While we were sleeping early this morning, there was a press conference at the Pentagon to explain the strikes.
Last night, on President Trump's orders, U.S. Central Command conducted a precision strike in the middle of the night against 3 nuclear facilities in Iran, Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan, in order to destroy or severely degrade Iran's nuclear program. And as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs will demonstrate, it was an incredible and overwhelming success.
At approximately 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2:10 a.m. Iran time, the lead B-2 dropped 2 GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator weapons on the first of several aim points at Fordow. As the president stated last night, the remaining bombers then hit their targets as well, with a total of 14 MOPs dropped against 2 nuclear target areas.
Now, our Defence Force is sending a Hercules C-130J to the region to help with any potential evacuations, though airspace is closed across Israel and Iran at the moment, and access to bordering countries via land is limited. Wayne Mapp is a former New Zealand Defence Minister. He joins me now on the show. Good morning.
Morning.
Are any of our New Zealand Defence Force personnel currently stationed in the Middle East? We have joint, we're involved in joint operations with the Americans, for example. Any of them do you think at risk? Should Iran retaliate here?
Probably not. You can't completely rule that out, but I think it's unlikely. I mean, this whole issue now turns on what will Iran do? How much will they respond? Will they respond at all?
Do you think they will, militarily?
You would think they would do something, but I'm not sure they're going to go on for a full-scale response. They didn't actually, when President Trump, in fact, had one of the senior generals was killed, the Iranian response was actually quite limited. And in this instance, apparently there's been no Iranian casualties. That's going to be a factor against a major response. I think we've got to wait and see, but we shouldn't just assume this is going to spiral completely out of control.
Do you think this will be another weapons of mass destruction moment where the US is going to have to try and prove back to front, how close they were to enriching uranium to a military grade, all that kind of stuff?
Well, we know some of that already due to the UN inspectors. It's apparently 60% for some, which is pretty close to weapons grade uranium or plutonium. But Iran has been sort of on this path, but always standing a little bit back for probably 2 decades now. They keep saying that they're not really going to build a bomb. The US intelligence director said the same until she changed her mind. Not unsurprising given her boss, so to speak, that she would do that. Iran had the potential. There's no question about that. The unknown is, were they actually going to do it?
So given it's been 20 years and they've been trying to do the same thing with uranium, do you think the US should have attacked? Or do you think they just saw an opportunity and they thought, right, they're weakened, the proxies are weakened, they're already going at it with Israel, we might as well drop a couple of bunker busters on them?
Well, that's certainly a reasonable explanation. I mean, it does feel that Israel has drawn the United States into this conflict, but there's a reason for that, because the United States has the very particular capabilities, and we've seen that in the photos. Clearly, Israel can't do the sort of damage to the deep sites that the United States can. So clearly there was an opportunity. Whether it was wise to actually take part in that opportunity, I guess the future will tell us.